Up to this point, this particular song, what was your biggest hit?
Bandana. Rule your bandana. Rule your bandana, your bandana, your bandana. Bandana.
Well, hang on. I just want to make sure that I want to get this right. The words were, rude your bandana, your bandana, your bandana, your bandana. I haven't finished yet. Bandana. What was it?
It says, rule your bandana. That's rule your bandana. Rule your bandana. Rule your bandana, your bandana, your bandana. So...
Is that part of the dance, or are you waiting to be rescued? Your special talent is what, sir?
Is impressions.
The thing about it is that you do various impressions, and over the years, some are more famous than others. There's Victor Meldrew, as I understand it. Any others?
Yes, certainly I would do Del Boy, Uncle Albert, Mr Bean, Ali G. I could go on and on.
Understood. In other words, you do characters from other shows. Do you do a Michelle or a Peter? Do you do me?
I would not do you. That'd be too disrespectful.
I couldn't agree with you more.
I would do Julie Clary, maybe. Or Graham Norton. But I certainly would not be disrespectful to do someone like you.
Give me a best David Jason.
Well, you know, I'll go round all the tables, won't I, eh? And say, here, you Wally, you dipstick, eh? It's Tom next year. I will be millionaires, won't we, eh? And most people would laugh. Yeah.
I'm sure that they'd laugh very near you, sir, yes. Now, perhaps Lindsay was not the only person prior to meeting in January that you were also speaking to on this particular app.
Well, when you go on your phone, yeah, you look at Domino's. They show you what you're getting. You know what you're ordering. You go to McDonald's.
Pig.
You know what you're getting. Roughly, the burgers come out a bit sideways, but yeah, you're free. You go on Tinder. I think there should be a law against this, against false advertising, because you go on Tinder and you end up with that.
No.
Here I am now.
False advertising. False advertise yourself, Chucker. You're a liar, you're a cheat.
Yeah,
you
right.
scammed me out of money.
Yeah, OK.
You're the one that did it.
Yeah, OK, then.
Yeah, vulnerable women. Even your profile says, I don't mind single mothers. I don't need a visa.
Lindsay.
Mama.
I'm fully single.
Yeah.
No kids.
Yeah.
I have my own business and my own palace.
Mm-hmm.
Did you mean that you have a palace similar to Highgrove, or is that a misspelling?
It is a palace.
You have a palace?
It's a castle in Cornwall, yes.
Apartment in a castle.
It's still a castle, though, isn't it?
Well, it's on the other side.
Better than living in a
castle.
tent.
It's not actually in
So
the
just pause.
castle.
He says he has a castle in
It's not
Cornwall.
in the castle ground.
Not even a castle?
It's in the grounds, and it's an apartment. It's been turned
Inside
into
of a castle.
apartments.
Right, so instead of a castle, he has a two-up.
He has one apartment.
Apartment.
Inside of a castle, yeah.
So don't worry, I don't need you for a visa or sugar mama.
Mm-hmm.
I've got myself together.
Yeah.
I don't mind dating a single mother,
Yeah.
as long as you have some kind of drive or motivation.
Yeah.
The implication being there that you've met single mothers that don't have drive or motivation.
In the past.
I'm the one that
And most recently.
I'm the one that started your business, mate.
No, you didn't.
I'm the one
Don't
that
lie to
did
yourself.
the events, and I've got all the proof.
You met for the first time. To your mind, Lindsay, how did that go? Was it a date?
Yes. And he walked in, he went, oh, I hope nobody recognises me. And I went, who are you, Billy Big Beans?
Just pause. When you walked into this first date, this first rendezvous, so to speak, were you concerned that you were going to be recognised? Was it a bit like Gaga walking into a club?
No.
Did you feel like George
I was just hungry
Clooney?
for my chicken wings. That's what I was hungry for. I don't know about what she's talking about.
I was like, what are you going on about? And he's like, oh, don't worry about it, tell you later. And then he's like, oh, I think my ex is over there. Oh, no, she's looking over. And I was like, no, tell me what you were talking about. And he said, Google my name and see what comes up. So I did.
What did come up?
Well, nothing that interesting. It was just him in some pants. reckons he's a Calvin Klein model and thought it was all fake. He didn't even look like him, to be fair.
You should have put your glasses on then, love, innit?
It doesn't have the names of the individuals
Yes.
who he's styled
Yes.
at all. It just has events.
Yes, for confidentiality purposes.
For confidentiality purposes?
Yes.
Don't be so ridiculous. What confidentiality purposes?
Because these are stars, these are Nollywood icons. These are people that they will not want their names to be put in just because of you want to just clothe them, put their clothes on and stuff like that. So obviously I had to just put that, this event, this was what it happened, this was how it went on.
What?
Yes.
You were concerned that despite the fact you had a confidential contract between you and Richard,
Yes.
that if you were to write down the names of the people he styled
Yes.
on a piece of paper, that would be so sensitive
Yes.
that it could end up in some kind of national scandal of some sort.
Yes, you have to be very careful. Data get missing these days.
Data goes missing.
Yes.
This isn't data. Now, Adam, you are in a band, correct?
That's correct, Judge. But
Now, I don't know very much about bands. I know a little bit about rubber bands. But in my day, you know, it was Glenn Miller and it ended at Oasis. Now, what's the name of your band?
the band was called Avenge Thee.
A sort of combination between heavy metal and Middle English.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, what was that?
It's the devil horn sign.
Good for you.
I said I was going to go and check my records. So that's when I started
What records?
scribbling this.
What records? Where are the records? Dog eat them?
You can see that, my lord. My George, you can see that.
That's not a record,
Exactly.
sir. That's something that accidentally ended up in a pocket in the dry cleaners.
Now, anyway, that prompted me to write
What
these
record?
things.
Talking, sorry. What record, sir?
The record of the introductions.
Where's the record? What does it look like, this record? If I asked for your records, you would want to show them to me because part of this case is to demonstrate the number of people that you dispute you were introduced to. Where is that record?
We don't have the record here.
Well, it's not here. OK, good, not here. But we know it exists. Where is it?
It's not here.
Well, it's not here. Where is it?
At home.
At home where? Where at home? In a drawer?
In a drawer.
What drawer?
In the bedroom.
The bedroom drawer. Left or right of the bed?
Right.
The right?
Yes.
What else is in the drawer?
I'd rather not disclose what else is in the drawer. But,
Is it in a folder? What does it look like?
it's in a folder.
A folder? Yeah. What sort of folder? What's the colour of the folder?
Black.
The black folder? Is there a record, sir?
Yes.
Why didn't you bring it to court? Bearing in mind there's a dispute about who you were introduced and the number of events you've done, it's very easy to resolve because you kept a contemporary record, which is in your drawer. Is there a record? Is there a record? There's no record. It may not matter to your case.
There's no record.
Thank you very much. Show me how you were fiddling.
Twisting the dial a bit back and forth, and because it has quite a nice mechanism, and you can
A nice mechanism. Why are you interested in fiddling with people's mechanisms?
I guess it was a sense of control because I was twisting the button and it was responding to.
Right, you're not an engineer or anything of that sort.
No, not at the moment.
Do you aspire to be a car engineer or designer?
No.
No. Did he ask you to stop?
Yes, I believe.
Did you
so.
carry on?
I don't think I carried on for long after he stopped.
Well, how long did you carry on? Show me how hard you were fiddling, sir. I want to see.
Well, it was an accident. I was only.
Were you banging it?
No, I wasn't banging it. I was only.
Were you fiddling with it very hard? Do carry on.
I was using the knob, the dial, as it should be used. I wasn't kind of trying to lever it off or anything like that. I was just turning it from left to right to open and close the sunroof.
Do you agree with his explanation and memory of fiddling with the knob?
Mostly, yeah. Yeah.
So you where exactly in the country is this? What sort of part of the country?
Down in North Devon.
Right. Is it
Up in North Devon, that actually is, Judge.
Down.
Do be
It's at
quiet.
the top.
And having inspected it, what did you discover?
Well, it set off some ideas in my head.
Let's just pause whilst I braced myself for the ideas.
Well, I thought it had been made quite a terrible mess, if I'm honest. It had sort of leopard skin bits on it and...
Wasn't your taste?
Wasn't my taste, I think that's fair to say. But North Devon so happens to be the place that Damien Hirst lives, the infamous or famous artist. And I had an idea of calling it Damien Hirst. I think it would have gone down very well at Glastonbury, you know, it would have been very popular there.
You looked at the car first and you had an idea, but you wanted a second-hand car. What you were planning to do with it is a matter entirely for you.
Yes.
The question, as far as you were concerned, was did it work and were there any adaptations that you might want to make to it in due course?
Yeah, I needed to test it quite clearly. You know, I had concerns, yeah.
As you would with a car of that age.
Yeah, it could have been a death trap.
It could have been all sorts of things.
It did need...
I did get the joke, I just passed it over. Do you see?
It did need a
We're
little
not laughing at you, we're laughing near you, sir. What's that?
It just needed a little tune-up, but it was only coughing.
No. I feel like I've died woken up in a sort of inexpensive Christmas cracker. No. Don't be stupid. Stay and watch the best Judge Rinder moments. And I'm talking. Understood? Don't be a moron. Subscribe to Judge Rinder YouTube channel. Right now. That's an order.